The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Black, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACD Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I am your host, Blackjack, joining with my co-host, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Foxy, as we are here for the first game of the first day of Division 1 in Season 2. The big leagues are here on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, and it is going to be assuredly a game to remember. Level 0 Esports are on the attack against Quantum G1 on Cafe Dostoevsky. Baba, how do you feel today?
Well, I am feeling oh so damn excited, Jack, because this is one of the most anticipated matches that we've been waiting for. Level 0 Esports going up against Quantum G1. As I recall from the matches that these guys have been going on and on, Quantum G1 has been also ever dominant. They've been defeating not only just Level 0 Esports, that they've even defeated Stack on Season 1, and they've been, the winners on Season 1. And Season 2, let's see, with Quantum G1 having all the tools and resourcefulness of those countless number of grind that these players have been making, and let's see how, they're going to use it on the second season, since they've been undefeated. And I'm quite expecting an underdog story here, because we already knew that Quantum G1's main nemesis would be also ever Vector Sports themselves.
That is certainly some beautiful insight right there into what went down back in Season 1. as Level 0, they definitely have already a task cut out for them as we'll be moving into the game right here between Quantum G1 and Level 0 Esports. It is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Division 1 for Season 2 has begun, and I am sure as hell very excited for this match, for all the matches that we have, of course, not to mention Divisions 3 and 2 as well. It's going to be an exciting season ahead of us. As the first ban is going to be Blackbeard, taken off the board. Blackbeard, of course, with his double face shield, you know, the windshields that he brings with his guns. He can be a very terrifying operator to go against in the right hands, and taking that away from Level 0 Esports will be Quantum G1 with their first attacker ban right there. The second one coming in from Level 0 Esports might be a Thatcher, might be a Capitao, or I'm honestly not even sure at this point because metas are changing, times are different, it's all wild. As the countdown goes, Sexy K, unfortunately, he's going to be leaving us for the time being as Level 0 Esports have banned the Capitao. Unfortunate.
Well, it is unfortunate, but let's not worry about that much because they'll just give a little bit of time here as we will bring back 60k back for Level 0 Esport. As we see the first ban from Level 0 Esport, that would be Mira, and I would definitely guess that the last ban would either be an Echo or a Valk, because Echo and Valk has both of these operators have determined to be the most overpowered operators, because not only does it give the intel, but also it has the power to disorient a guy when he's trying to plant the diffuser. And with either Echo or Valkyrie gone, that would give some kind of different strategies for Quantum G1 to be defending, and looks like they're going to be banning Echo.
Fairly standard when it comes down to the last ban of any particular ban phase. You know, Echo, you want him gone because of his double yokai drones, and the fact that his MP5 SD is actually ridiculously good. Even though, like, at one point, you know, we all remember when Echo was an operator nobody wanted to play, and now he's an operator everyone wants to get rid of because they don't want to go against him.
I mean, I still remember Echo's first, when it was introduced into the game, he only had one yokai, and you had to, like, there is one single, you know, window of opportunity to disorient it properly. Like, you just don't have to just click it at an instant. You just have to wait for that cursor to go red, and then and only then you can disorient the player. That was how difficult Echo is. And now with the, you know, buff that the developers of Ubisoft has given, not only that they've managed to buff the disorientation, but also he's been given 2 yokai drones, which in fact the reason why players in the whole community of Rainbow Six Siege decides to ban Echo in the first place.
Absolutely, and you know, it's just one of those operators that is very powerful after a certain set of buffs, and once the pick and ban system, that is, was brought into the fray right here from Ubisoft, we've just been seeing Echo bans non-stop. With that being said, of course, the first round of defense is going to be on the 3rd floor bar of Cafe, a standard site right here, being picked from the defensive team. And the Quantum G1 definitely want to make things work for themselves, and it's definitely going to be an interesting game. But without something that I just noticed is that we haven't called out the rosters right here. So from the side of Level 0 Esports, we've got Envy, Slayer, Veneno, Mighty, and unfortunately Sexy K, who hasn't been able to join back in just yet. And from the side of Quantum G1, we've got Daggerfist, Poseidon, Jittery, Aniket, and Sparko. Both teams, of course, boasting some great players in their rosters and some great plays in the past as well. Of course, no introductions needed, specifically speaking, but, you know, we got to do what we got to do. In the meanwhile, we're going to see the attackers already on the roof, breaking open hatch. And, ooh, the C4 from Sparko, but will it find anybody? It might not. Nope, it definitely won't, as no damage has been done to any of the attackers, as there's also a rappel on the piano window right there. Jones going to spot where Sparko's playing, but he's got a rather aggressive spot right here in Cigar Shop. He's trying to make sure that he's not going to be in danger any second now, but maybe he might just be if the hatch drop or the window rappel decides to happen. He does have Daggerfist for support and Jittery as well. As, oh, speaking of Jittery, he's going to get the kill on the Envy, but he'll be traded back by Mighty. So the first set of bodies are dropped as Sexy K has finally come back for the side of Level 0 Esports. So, you know, the game will resume as normal. It is a 3v5, however, for the side of Quantum G1 to take an advantage of. Air jabs are going off from the side of Veneno. He's going to be holding off the red stairs for the time being, making sure nobody gets, no flanking defender is able to go up those stairs and cause problems for the attackers right here. In the meanwhile, once again, we still have Wamai holding down the dark spot of Piano. That is, of course, Daggerfist. Azaki is going to go in for the rappel. Mighty is in Piano, but the Valkyrie may have an angle on him. He's looking down the hatch into Train, but he's not going to find anybody just yet. And Dark Spot is still being contested, of course. Veneno doing a little bit of quick peeks to make sure that the Wamai's attention is all on him. But the Wamai knows that there's an IQ right close by, and the IQ is going to go for the peek, and will lose that as Sparko is there to cover for Daggerfist. He's going to be the one to get the kill, and Mighty is the one to go down. The Maestro, oh, what a shot from Slayer. He's going to take down Maestro. Aniket goes down, and that's a big kill. The Evil Eyes will no longer be in effect. Flashbangs are being thrown in. Veneno trying to get this Wamai, trying to flush him out of there. And he was flashed for a second, and he is low on health, but Sparkle will take down Slayer. It's all down to Veneno in a 1v3 situation for him to clutch it out for his team. Shots are being fired through Cigar Shop, and it doesn't look good for the Nomad right here. Shots fired, not going to connect. The Wamai is peeking. He will go down, and Veneno's caught no reload. Daggerfist will go down, and there's a 1v2 right now. But Veneno's got to be careful. He's still got to go through Sparko and Poseidon. Even though the Valkyrie is low on HP, this could just be where Level 0 Esports lose round 1. He's forced to push site, and there we go. He's going to be taken out by Sparko on the Valkyrie. Playing once again through, there's just some good angles and good positions being held as a Quantum G1 will take round 1.
Well, that was a good win there from Quantum G1 thanks to Sparko with his black eye cams being placed at one which was situated at the roof, and I almost forgot to realize that Aniket used to be on Level 0 Esport once, and I'm quite surprised to see him in the roster of Quantum G1, and I think this is going to be one hell of a match here because they're going to go up against Level 0, and it's very interesting to see how well it's going to go down. And with that, we're going to see the second round as Team Quantum G1 are going to be defending on Reading Room and Fireplace Hall.
Indeed, it's going to be very interesting indeed. Reading Room and Fireplace is going to be the site from the side of Quantum G1. They've decided, all right, kitchen is a site where everybody knows, everybody goes there. So let's not go there, make ourselves predictable. Let's go to Reading, because that's another site that is actually quite good, that isn't selected as much by a lot of defending teams. We've seen Reading Room be played quite a bit in Division 2 as well, whenever people have gone to Cafe Dostoevsky, and looks like Division 1 is going to be following the same trend, as once again, it's all about how teams change their approach to a certain site, right? At one point, Reading Room was a completely undefendable site. I remember opinions from Rainbow Six Pros saying Cafe's Reading Room was a useless site, you know, it wasn't defendable, and now it's a site that a lot of people like to go on. And speaking of things that have changed, Aniket has got the FMG on smoke. We're seeing a lot of FMG plays recently. The briefcase gun, as the community likes to call it, because of course, this thing, if anybody knows the FMG in real life, it can fold into like a mini briefcase. So there's a little bit of fun fact right there for gun enthusiasts. Something that I know a friend of mine who is actually a gun enthusiast. He's the one who told me that a few days ago. As Envy's already taken a bit of damage. Alrighty then, the Ash is inside of mining. Okay, the rush up from red stairs. I'm not sure where that happened, but he's already very close to site ready. He's got a drone helping him. He tries to pop the door shield, will not be able to. And shots are fired. He is so low on HP right here. He was shot from the drone hole that's below him, and he doesn't know where that's coming from. As Envy will be taken out by Sparko, playing at the drone hole that the Ash was caught standing towards absent-mindedly almost, and that is unfortunately a big loss for Level 0 Esports to have in this attacking round. The Aki's on the first floor, knows that there's somebody pushing up. No, he doesn't, and he'll be caught out. Will he? Sparko? Okay, finally. The Valkyrie gets the double kill for himself, but a little messy right there. Sparko, admittedly, could have taken out IQ instantly, but Mighty will go down, and that is another big loss for Level 0 Esports to try and play with. A 3v5 in the early game, not the ideal situation that the attacking team wanted to be in. They've lost quite a lot of utility as well with the Ash and the IQ, you know, breaching charges and RD scanners. All of that good stuff is just gone as Slayer inside of the hallway. The red stairs hallway right now. He's gone into mining. As the diffuser has been dropped, you know they're going to pick it up very soon, of course. Just repositioning it accordingly. He's the Zof is peeking heaven through pillars, but he's not going to be able to find anybody just yet. And as the rotations come in from Quantum G1, they're going to be looking to close this round out nice and quickly. Make sure that level 0 has no chance. We'll come back. Zofia's lifeline is going to put an impact hole into that little fireplace wall. But is it going to be useful for him? The hatch weapon is being broken. He sees somebody playing by the white stairs hallway, but he's not going to get that kill just yet. And he has to try and play and get a couple of these anchors off the board. In the meanwhile, the smoke is busy pushing Veneno, and Slayer gets a shot onto Daggerfist right there, excuse me. The Goyo goes down, the smoke peaks, and he will win that, actually. The Nomad will lose, and that's a 2v4 right now. Slayer and Sexy K, the only ones left inside as we quickly approach 30 seconds left in the round. The Maestro's Alda firing away, making sure Sexy K knows that there's a lot of angles being held, and Sparko playing by White Stairs is also going to deter him, as Slayer's trying to push through 90 hallway, but he won't be able to for the time being. Jittery goes down in the meanwhile on the hatch as Sexy K gets a kill for himself. It's a 2v3, but we've got 20 seconds left on the clock. It's all down to these last two attackers for Level 0 Esports to try and clutch it out for their team as the smokes are coming out from the smoke playing above. Maybe I'm not sure what that smoke is playing through, but it looks like the reading room is going to be pushed for the time being. The thermite goes in. He has to go for the plant to try and extend the round time, and that is what he will do. Cover from Zofia will not work as Sparko's going to get the kill, and he's forced in the plant. He's going to get off it, but he's going to be taken out as well as the Valkyrie. I think that's a 4K for Sparko right there in this round. And what a play from the man himself, giving Quantum G1 round 2.
Jack, that's 8 kills in 2 rounds.
Oof.
That's 8 kills in 2 rounds. Oh, sorry, that's 7 kills.
Yeah.
All right, 7. I almost guessed it right, because 7 kills in 2 rounds. Can you imagine? And he's on 0 deaths. He's basically trying to go for a world record here, because right now Sparko is on fire. And as I recall you saying the FMG being as a briefcase weapon, first and foremost, they decided to give a little bit of a buff for Nook, so that Nook with her SMG she can be able to get good amount of damage. But out of nowhere, it can also be given that high up damage potential to even Smoke as well, due to the fact that he also equips the FMG9. It's also quite a powerful weapon for now, because it has a lot of damage. So with that, we are going to see the third round from Quantum G1, as they're going to be defending on a kitchen, the third place, and afterwards on the round 4, I'm guessing we're going to see a bar site yet again. And we are going to see Aniket, who's going to be playing and as Valk, as Sparko G1 will Sparko is going to take as Castle. I mean, it's quite you know, understandable, because you know Sparko is like, you know what, I just got 7 kills with Valk. How about I get 7 more kills with Castle? How about that? Huh?
10 seconds left.
I mean, he is so. I would like to say he's
5 seconds left.
he's been an amazing player, dude, and not only just Sparko but also Jittery. But let's not forget about level 0 here. We still have Slayer and Veneno being the also fraggers for the attackers in level 0 esports. They've been delivering great amount of plays, and with that they're having a bit of a problems dealing with Sparko here. Just all level 0 needs to do right now is take out the man and let the other 4 guys do the rest of their jobs. With that, we see the Breacher brothers, Sexy K and Mighty is going to, I believe, is going to open up the walls around the bakery or from the maintenance, as we see Jackal opening up the hatches onto us the roof using the vertical control that Castle Sparko eventually opened up with his super shorty. He almost actually tags a lot of damage from Poseidon, and Jackal trying to track the footprints of Valk, in which Jackal needs to find the prey. He needs to find his prey soon enough, or he will be the prey himself. A lot of time being used on here, as a lot of drone work being coming around from level 0 esports, as we still see Sexy K still hoping to take out the roamers first, but Sparko G1 will immediately hunt the roamer in V, immediately taking out the anti-roamer Jackal, which leads to 1 man down. Look at that! It's already, and that, just like I was saying, Sparko G1 is already on point, and that too with the UMP, the submachine gun, and Sparko G1 holding quite strong on defense. I believe Level 0 Esport have some kind of tricks up their sleeve to hopefully get some wins on towards the defense. Slayer opening up the hatches on from the fireplace hole, hopefully to open up the vertical angles to take out one or two operators who will be defending right from the kitchen or from the bakery. The Sexy K at the entrance of the bar, from the bakery, and Slayer using the help of the vertical control will immediately take out Daggerfist, that Maestro down, but still he still has the black eye scams. He can be used. He's definitely going to be using them for intel wise. Poseidon, he's still on the prep room. He can be able to, you know, he can be safe, but for how long? Because Sexy K is still right from below, from the side, but there's already three guys from the bakery. He will immediately down Thatcher, but Veneno will be there to save his teammate and will eventually pick Mighty up. Now, it's just 20 seconds left for the attackers. Jittery, Aniket and Sparko are the only defenders remaining. There's a lot of time being wasted here, and it is wasted on a very good purpose, but there is still three attackers who are executing at the site of bakery here. Sparko using the vertical control as Jittery will get the first kill on Mighty, and Jittery, Aniket. Wow, that was what? That was a quick, swift clean there. As Quantum G1 will eventually win round 3, and they are just not stopping.
Absolutely unstoppable right there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sexy K has yet another disconnect to his name. The man's had a few internet problems today, it looks like, and we will be going for a rehost right there, as the score is, of course, 3-0, well in favor of Quantum G1. But with that being said, guys, don't worry. We're going to be right back with the siege action very, very shortly on the other side of this rehost. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Quantum G1 as Level 0 Esports and Level 0 Esports, excuse me, as we're waiting for all of the players to join back into the lobby post rehost right here. And the score right now on Cafe Dostoevsky is, of course, Quantum G1 have taken the lead, a heavy lead in the early game, 3-0 in their favor. It's certainly quite the interesting turnaround, as I mean, if I'm being honest, I was expecting Level 0 to win at least 1 or 2 rounds in the early game to match G1 as well. But with that being said, of course, it just hasn't happened. As Baba, how do you feel about the game we've seen so far?
The game, Jack, like, are you keeping count on how many kills Sparko just had right now in round 3?
I think I have something like 9 so far in 3
Nine kills, 0 deaths. 9
is-
kills, 0 deaths on round 3. He hasn't even died a single times just yet. The man is on a mission, Jack. He is on a mission to be the best player in the world, and I believe he can be the best player in the world. As Quantum G1 has been also dominantly known for their miraculous plays, their unbelievable, undefeated, and most fearful teams for the other players to deal with. And with the Level 0 Esports, I'm not saying that they're not that bad. All right, Level 0 Esports, they have Venano, they have Slayer. They can be able to take out Sparko by surprise, but each and every time the guys have to deal with Sparko some way or the other, Sparko just finds some way to counter them out of nowhere, and it's very difficult for Team Level 0 if they don't take out Sparko as best as they can.
Absolutely. The man has completely shut down Level 0 Esports on more than one occasion, especially in rounds 1 and 2, where he got the early and the important frags, which, I mean, let's just be real here. Sparko has completely demolished Level 0 in these first 3 rounds. It's been the Sparko show, if you will. But not to say any less of his teammates, Aniket and the rest of them have done a good job as well. They've been getting the kills to support and make sure that Sparko is able to continue his reign of terror. With that being said, of course, Level 0 Esports, they were 4th place back in Season 1. And it's not a bad place to be, 4th place in Division 1. You're basically in the top 4 of the entire WD Black the Esports Club League. And to be in the top 4 teams is a big achievement in and of itself. But they're playing against the team that went undefeated in the first season itself. And Quantum G1, they really want to continue that streak of being the uncontested top team of the entire league itself. And with the way they've played so far in Cafe, they might just take it. I don't know, man. They might just be able to pull that off. With that being said, of course, sound off in the chat. Who do you think will be our top teams in all of the divisions, not just in Divisions 1, Division 2 and 3, also are in play. So make sure to let us know here at the WD Black the Esports Club League. Who are your favorite teams and who are going to, in your opinion, top the leaderboard at the end of Season 2? And speaking of Season 2, of course, we've seen some brilliant plays, haven't we, Baba, in Season 2 so far. 7 5s and overtimes. It's just been a mad season, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was been mad indeed, especially on the previous round where Sunasia Esports had to go up against, which one was it? It was the same map on Cafe Dostoyevsky where Hulky gets 4 kills from Team Never. Yeah, it was Sunasia Esports going up against Never Diamond on map like Cafe. It was Hulky who almost tried to get the ace, but unfortunately from the smoke of Team Never Diamonds immediately shut him down. And that it was immediate, like it was the guy with the 3K versus a guy with the 4K. Who will get the ace and who will be there to shut him down? It was like so damn confusing, and it was so damn one of the greatest match that we were able to see, Jack. And with that, even this match, including Quantum G1 and Level 0 Esports, I'm still dazed. I mean, I'm not still dazed. I'm just, fanboying over how great Sparko is. I mean, look at him, dude. He's just on point with the shots. If I was playing Castle with the UMP, I would just aim for the body, not at the head. And still I wouldn't get a kill because, as a Castle main or a Pulse main, you need to be on point with those UMP shots, because even though the damage is less, you have that great, fire rate. Like it has moderate amount of damage, a little bit of bad fire rate, but it's basically more of like a pea shooter. It's kind of similar to the MPX of Valkyrie, but most of them prefer the Valkyrie's MPX over Pulse's UMP. So it's all about people who prefers to use it. I mean, how can we ever forget that wonderful plays that Canadian made where he took out Geo on Twitch. I still remember those wonderful, wonderful words he said.
I mean, yeah, I was actually going to bring up that point of Canadian getting that clutch on TSM with the UMP of Pulse, He certainly has quite a lot to say about that gun. But it's since become one of the best memes out of Rainbow Six Esports. And honestly, I couldn't have been happier seeing the man come back like that. You know, after
Yeah,
having
I mean,
the
like
unfortunate, yeah, the
yeah,
unfortunate thing he had.
yeah, true, Jack. Like he's been having a lot of tough times because first he was in Evil Geniuses, and I still remember that specific match where he was about to win,
Mm-hmm.
and that too, I believe that was on a map or Oregon where Evil Geniuses didn't win the match, and
Yeah, it was. It was.
it was it was more of like two losses that Canadian had to endure, and finally on the road to SI 2020 when he finally lifted the cup. I still remember the final words of what Intero said. He said, "The hammer heads into orbit, and his space station gaming will finally be able to get it." That moment, dude, I I never slept. All right, like I'm seriously saying this, Jack. I never slept
Oh,
from
okay.
12 at the night when the match came to an end. It was 8 in the morning, and I was still sitting, and I was like, "Oh my god, Canadian is finally did it!"
Mm-hmm.
Like even though they were up against NIP was, my god, they were one of the most best teams in Brazil, man. I mean,
Absolutely.
they defeated Fnatic, they defeated Empire, they defeated G2. I mean, that was so much that even I did not knew that there were so great players in uh, players in Latin America. Even like there are so many players that they didn't get the recognition enough, but still they are called as the greatest players in Rainbow Six Siege. And I hope that there is that one special player in the Southeast Asia region. I mean, where it can be, whether if it's in India or Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, there is that always one special kid who is going to dominate the entire history of Rainbow Six Siege. And I can't wait for that moment to happen, Jack. That is one of the most biggest dreams, and I would like to say it as a storyteller because that's what casters do. Casters are, they involve much of a storytelling. They would like to tell stories about how this man had a lot of problems and then he became one of the most greatest players in the Rainbow Six Siege history. And yeah, we would always like to see those kinds of stories, Jack.
Absolutely, and more than that is the fact that getting to cast a moment like that is something of a dream of my own. Is to see what a player from this region, the Indian region, or as it's now known, the South Asian region, to
Yep.
go all the way up to the big stage. It would certainly be a massive, massive achievement. And with that being said, I believe we're almost in for the match post rehost. Almost all the players are in, and we should be seeing the game start up any second now. It's always nice, of course, to have long-term goals, as it were. And as Baba said, there's always that one special, not just a player, but a team in total. A special player can still be Challenger League, like stuck in Challenger League, if his team isn't up to that same mark. And it all comes down to how the team performs. You can be a great fragger by yourself. You can solo queue to platinum or whatever your rank is, and then you get a team, and then you're stuck in the gold lobby. It's something similar to that. A team, Rainbow Six is at the end of the day a team game, right? And
Yeah, true,
being a
true,
team
true.
game, emphasis on communication is key. So, with that being said, we're going to be seeing all of the players inside of the lobby. Everybody is ready, so we should be starting the game right now, for that matter. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Level 0 Esports and Quantum G1. The score is still 3-0 in favor of G1. They have completely taken Level 0 by storm in the early game here on Cafe Dostoevsky. Unfortunately, since it's post-rehost, we won't be able to see how many frags each team member has pulled up for themselves. But, from memory and from going back in the stream, of course, when it is all said and done, we'll know exactly how many kills who picks up, especially now that all eyes are going to be on Sparko going forward from this point onwards. Defensive side is going to be third floor bar from the side of G1 as they look to continue their lead extension right here. And Level 0 have to desperately at least get a round in if they want to stay alive and have some hope of even equalizing with G1 on this match. It's whew.
Attackers need
Like
to
just
locate
saying
and
those
defuse
words
as many
gets
bombs
me
as they
all
can.
sorts of hyped up. I get
Yeah.
a chill down my back seeing what we have on board here. You have Sparko, Daggerfist, Aniket, Jittery, and Poseidon completely taking the show by storm. As Level 0, Envy, Slayer, Mighty, Veneno, Sexy K, they're all great players, don't get me wrong. they deserve to be in Division 1 just as much as Quantum G1 does. But Quantum G1, they have just... it can't even be overstated exactly how amazing they've been so far.
And true, Jack. Like each and every time you see Sparkos, some way or the other, if Sparkos in trouble, he would always find a way to get the answers here. And we see Aniket playing as the maestro with these evil eye cams. So he's going to be placing his evil eye cams from the side as best he can, I think so. And the normal setups being placed. I mean, not so quite unusual or unique from Quantum G1. And I believe there'll be one deployable shield, and that would be Daggerfish playing here. Sparko playing at the red stairs, hopefully to challenge one guy who is appearing from the small bakery, but eventually he's just going to rotate back, not going to cause any problems, or not going to, in fact, play some aggressive plays, while we see Mighty repelling, and I believe he's going to go from the roof here. We see great amount of camps being placed here, one from the roof, another one at the cigar room, and the third, I believe there is still one more camp which is situated outside. And as I recall, from Team Quantum G1, they only have one C4. Meanwhile, we other than that, we have Daggerfist, I believe, with the deployable shield, Aniket with the barbed wire, Jittery also is going to be using a barbed wire instead, and Poseidon with the alibi. That SMG weapon is quite difficult though, but still, we see a little bit of problems here. Sparko throwing this connect, and it will actually lead out. And eventually lead out, taking out Mighty. Sparko with that early frag, taking out Maverick, and that too an important one, because that is the only hard breacher that Level 0 had, and with them gone, they won't be able to open up the walls of either cigar room or from the site. Even that too, the diffuser is also down as well from the roof. For Level 0 Esports, it's going to have a difficult time to challenge with them, as we see IQ with her camps trying to take the diffuser. Hopefully she's going to, go back and join in with the team. No, he's going to hold an angle from the skylight, hopefully to get one or two operators off guard, as we see Invi with the Ash using the breach charge to take out the deployable shield, and Jittery taking out Sexy K right from the roof of the skylight. This is not going to work out well for Team Level 0 Esports, because Jittery and Sparko, they are doing their wonders here. Fuck, oh no, this is not working well at all. Aniket taking out Slayer, and now it's just Veneno and Invi to hopefully get this match a big turnaround, as both of them are in the white stairs. Meanwhile, we see Daggerfist already downed, and a lot of pre-fires being made from Invi to hopefully to get good amount of pre-fires as best as he can. But does he know that there is two players who is playing at the cigar lounge? That would be Jittery and I would say the alibi. No, that is Daggerfish is playing from the cigar lounge, and Veneno will be finally there to shut Sparko's kill streak. But does it matter though, because Quantum G1 with their team Aniket and Jittery, as they will provide that specific win, as they will win round 4 on the 3rd floor bar.
Well then, what a round once again from Level 0 Esports. They are refusing to back down right here, and they are completely shutting Level 0 down every single opportunity they can get. And one thing I would definitely like to point out is the fact that we did see Maverick was busy opening the hatch on Heaven, right?
Yeah, I was...
Where was Buck?
I know, like... Isn't... Yeah, like isn't Buck supposed to be opening up the hatches, not Maverick? Because if he had enough amount of like, just imagine if he just opened up 2 of those hatches, and if he was still alive, and if he was opening the walls of the cigar lounge, he wouldn't be having enough breaching torches to enough breaching torches to even open up a single wall. So might have been a little bit of miscommunication there from Level 0 Esports, even though with the huge aggression plays from Invi and Veneno, who was playing both as Nomad and Ash. And since Invi's aggressive plays is quite not working out, he'll decide to play as a Sledge.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all down to how Level 0 ends up using their utility, and for the most part, I mean, I want to say that Level 0 have been using their utility, but then again, I can't remember too many instances of where it's actually worked out for them, and where it hasn't been Quantum G1's pre-placed utility that has completely shut them down before. And whoever's drone that was, in just underneath that table by pillars. He's gonna have to say goodnight for the time being. In the meanwhile, Aniket once again with the FMG, of course. This gun is, I mean, it's a good gun, don't get me wrong. It's got a decent fire rate, you know, headshots are pretty common with this thing. And recently with the increase in its play, especially with Nook's, Nook was the one who probably prompted the fact that the FMG needed a bit of a damage buff. And since it has gotten it, you know, smoke lanes have been able to say, all right, maybe the SMG 11 might not be the best gun for me. Oh, okay, Envy, that's a hard route. You can't reach that, but you can reach the hatch. Alrighty then. The hatches are broken right here from the sledge.
I mean, basically, he was just telling them that, hey, look, I'm opening up the wall so that Veneno will be there to hopefully, you know, gain an angle or drone it out to basically to make sure that they won't waste the time as best as they can, because time is very crucial there for level 0, as both of them are already they're just gonna drop down from the hatch hopefully to make sure that they get the entire control of not only from the piano room, as well as they would get the control on bar as well, bar and the one on the cocktail room. He's going to use the nade to take out the Maestro's evil eye cam, so not only the info gets taken out, but Envy with the pre-fire will eventually take out Aniket. The FMG man is no more, as Parko Jivan still needs to figure out a way to know for the fact that all the attackers from level 0 esports have gained the upper hand as they have the control of the third floor. He will eventually get tagged and he will get down from none other than Veneno, who was holding an angle from Cigar, and MJ with another kill taking out Poseidon quickly. This point can go in the favor of level 0 esports because Jittery and Daggerfist are the only two players from Team Quantum G1. Will they be able to find a miracle down here for Team Level 0 Esports, stating that this site is from the reading room? IQ hoping to get for the pre-fire, and Jittery will immediately get the headshot from Slayer, and he'll immediately get Envy and gets a double kill. Jittery on fire! Are you kidding me, Jittery? Another kill taking out Veneno, and still, it's all down. Like, it's equalized. Both of them has the same player. It's just Mighty, Sexy K, and Daggerfist and Jittery to clutch this one out. He doesn't even see Daggerfist and immediately gets a kill on Mighty. What is going on? It's all down to Sexy K. I just can't believe. I really can't believe Mighty did not even see Goyo. My goodness.
Oh no!
Jittery with the final kill. No, this Jittery with the final kill, immediately taking out Sexy K, as they will finally get the win on round 5. And that too, it is a 4K on Jittery and a misplay from Team Level 0 Esports. What has just happened?
What did we just see right here from Level 0 Esports? They had everything. They had the 2 versus 5 advantage and they completely messed it up, letting the Jaeger roam 90 hallway completely unabated, and just no, Level 0, that's not what you do. I mean, that is not how you go for the push to site. That is not how you do it, man.
I even saw Mighty Zero on the reading room when the camera switched to Hibana on the 3rd floor. I saw Goyo's head being opened up and be like, wow, hello there, and he just immediately takes out Twitch. I was like, how did he not see Goyo in the first place? How did he not see Goyo in the first place, man? I just don't know how.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine, Baba, because we have no idea what Mighty was thinking in that situation. But it is round 6 and Quantum G1 are 5-0 in the lead. They have, even when they're down, even when the man Sparkle is off the board, you can count on Jittery to bring the round back for his team. The insane 4K and the support from Daggerfist, who was playing Goyo in the last round, is going to give them a round 5. And now 5-0, they sit 1 round away from match point, 2 rounds away from victory, and Level 0 are yet to put a round on board. It's certainly not a good time to be a Level 0 fan, if you ask me. And, they have been completely taken to the cleaner so far. But Quantum G1, they are going to be looking to completely shut down Level 0 right here. They're probably thinking, all right, well, the way they're playing, we'll probably squeeze out a 7-0, 7-1 win for ourselves. But, you know, the best thing that they can do right now is not overestimate themselves or underestimate Level 0 Esports. Once again, as I've said before, Level 0 deserves to be in Division 1 just as much as Quantum G1 does. Okay, maybe a little less. Quantum G1, of course, has some of the best plays we've seen in Division 1. But Level 0 Esports aren't all anything to laugh at. We're going to see the grenade come out from Envy trying to take down that Evil Eye. He should be able to. He cooks it, and there we go. The Evil Eye should have been taken out with that grenade from Envy right there. And that is one piece of utility that the Maestro is going to lose. Daggerfist, he's not going to be too unhappy about that because he has another one, of course, somewhere inside a site to deny the plant when it comes down to it. And Slayer, in the meanwhile, is going to be holding an angle in towards site through what looks like a little breach on the red carpet hallway wall there. Yep, there is a little breach there, a little Pico. As Jaeger playing around code check, he'll take down the Thrish drone. That's Mighty's drone off the board. But he's playing on the second floor. He's got everything he needs to make some plays happen. Sexy Kid's going to be going for a breach on the prep room wall. All right, Poseidon fires some shots to find the IQ, but he won't be able to, as a small little entryway into prep room is prepared by the attackers. Minute 30 left on the clock, and no bodies have been dropped so far, but Sparko on this roam here, he might just be able to find somebody because there are a couple of attackers directly below him on the second floor. In the meanwhile, Mighty's pushing down red stairs. He knows somebody's in code check. Slayer's pushing up the small bakery as well, as this entryway seems to be something that they want to secure for themselves. Slayer takes a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot. Sparko will see the twitch right there. He's going to tag up Mighty quite a bit as well, as Slayer's doing a bit of work inside of sight as well. Sparko rotating around to top floor skylight. He's going to drop down to pillar room. Made a bit of noise as Slayer's going to take down Aniket. That's a big kill. The Valkyrie's off the board. The MPX is gone. Sparko is still on the road. Maybe there's somebody inside of dining, but does he know? He's going to pull back for the time being, as Poseidon, was the one to drop Slayer, and Jittery might just find somebody in small bakery for the time being. He's playing by reception. Window code check. Sparko is going to be rotating down there for the time being. He's going to be seen and taken out. Oh no, the castle's gone. The UMP is off the board. Small bakery is still being pushed, as the push to site is imminent from the side of Level 0 Esports, but will they be able to get through the defense once again, because Jittery, Poseidon, and Daggerfist are still alive, and they could yet bring this round out. Poseidon's going to go down to Sexy Kid's a 4v2 right now, but Daggerfist with the first kill, he's going to get one. He'll be taken out by the sledge. It's a 1v3, 1v2 in fact, for Jittery to play in right here. He's going to pull around to Bard. There's a castle barricade stopping him from entering right now. He has to make a long flank happen if he wants to come back to site. The plant has to go down right here, and he's going to be forced to go for it to try and extend the round timer. After he's going to make his way around, shots are fired towards where the marks are, but no, he'll be the one to take the hit, as Level 0 will finally put a round on board for themselves. Round 6, the last round before Rollstop will go to Level 0, and they will finally salvage something from the initial game right here. As we go into Rollstop of round 7, it is 5-1 in favor of Quantum G1.
Well, finally, one win on attack for Team Level 0 Esports. Hopefully, they can do some good plays here since the role swap has come into play. We're going to see Mighty playing Valk, Veneno playing as Maestro, as they are going to be defending on a site on Bar and Cocktail Lounge. This is going to be very interesting because you know, on a game like Rainbow Six Siege, defending on a map like Cafe Dostoyevsky gives the upper hand, but we're going to see how well Team Quantum G1 is going to perform well on a map like Attack. And we see Aniket with a 6 pick, while he's going to change from Nomad to Zofia.
A good pick indeed. Zofia, of course, lots of utility with the impacts and the concussion nades of her lifeline. And the site, of course, is third floor Cigar Lounge and Bar from the side of Level 0 Esports, who are now on the defense right here. And I'll have to say, it's definitely quite the game that we're seeing for the very first game of Division 1 in Season 2. And it's certainly shaping up to be something that will either go completely in favor of Quantum G1 or a miraculous comeback from Level 0 Esports. Will it happen? Will it not? Only time will tell. So stay tuned, everybody, as the match is coming to you right here, right now on the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. We're almost at action phase for round 7, as the last touches to this defense from the side of Level 0 Esports are being put into place. Valkyrie cameras, castle barricades, evil eyes, barbed wires, all of the good stuff, and of course ADSs. No one can forget the very important operator that is Jaeger. Okay, Mighty's gonna find a couple of drones sitting around on the second floor by pillars. I'm not really sure why G1 completely abandoned their drones there. Maybe they don't need them. Maybe they just want to go for a rush into sight. Maybe not. They don't have the ying though, so maybe not. In the meanwhile, as we see lots of lines of sight being established for Level 0, and the attackers are going to make their way to the roof. Okay, that's a castle barricade on the white stairs, the mid window of white stairs right there. And Sparko, he's going to take that window out. Shots are fired immediately, but Daggerfist is there to cover for it. He's going to be watching that white stairs hallway for the time being as the hatches are being breached. Envy playing by painting inside of Bar. He's got his work cut out for him. He's peeking skylight, and a flashbang is going to blind him for the time being. He's going to have to be careful. A second one's going to blind him. Alrighty then. And is there going to be a third one? No, there isn't, because no one's pushing Skylight for now. Let's again, it's early in the round. Level 0 are just waiting for Quantum G1 to push, while Quantum G1 have to drone and make sure they know exactly where their defenders are, excuse me, to take them out accordingly. The execute has to happen off of some perfectly placed intel, and you know, it's all down to whether or not Quantum G1 knows what they're doing. Hibana is going to be opening up Piano Wall from the sounds of things, as Envy, he's playing quite a jumpy game right here, trying to peek both Skylight and Heaven Hatch at the same time. And so far, he hasn't been punished for it. He's just sitting here by painting. He's a bit drawn out finally, as flashbangs are going off by the Red Stairs and Cigar Shop as well. Shots are fired, as nothing's going to connect so far. We're almost at the 70-second mark for the rest of the round. And look at the angle that Slayer has with the shield in play for himself. He might just be able to get a couple of kills for himself when the red hatch drop happens. But given the fact that, you know, Quantum G1's taking so long to make a play happen, they're just in position. They need to get... they need to make the plays happen. It's almost too much time being wasted right here, as G1 is... Okay, Slayer's finally taking a little bit of damage right here, and the smoke will take down the Sledge, who was inside a bathroom. That is a big kill. Sparko, unfortunately, caught in a bad position, as Mighty takes down Poseidon as well. Envy takes down Jitter, and oh no, the attack is falling apart from Quantum G1. They've got 33 seconds left to try and make something out of this, but it's a 2v1, 2v5, excuse me, for Daggerfist, and they get to play in. Another caster goes up from smoke, forcing the Thatcher to go in towards White Hallway, as any kid's gonna get one. That's Envy off the board, and that's a big kill. That is the Jaeger off the board, but no, the Thatcher's gonna get crossfired. It's all down to the last attacker. That's Syndicate on the Zofia, with 15 seconds left on the clock. Will he be able to do anything about this? Probably not. The C4 goes up, won't connect onto him, and he's gonna be forced to push into Cigar Lounge. That's all he can do for the time being, and the smoke will peak and get the kill, as Level 0 Esports are going to take their second round in a row. Round 7 goes to Level 0 Esports.
Well, a one shotgun blast to end Aniket's, as Level 0 is finally getting back up on their feet. Just like I said, Jack, on a map like Cafe Dostoevsky, defense is quite, I would say, overpowered, and for the time being, we're going to see Level 0 Esports defend on Kitchen rather than defending on the Fireplace Hall. I mean, it is quite, you know, safe to say that when it comes to defense on Cafe, the most, you know, well-defended sites would be Bar and Kitchen, and also Reading Room, but no one would actually pick the Train Museum now, because Train Museum is quite near to the attacker's place. Well, especially all the attackers need to do if the guys have, you know, decided to hold on a site like Train Museum, all they have to do is just water from the window and just plant it on the side. It is that easy, and since it would be also very difficult to even win it on post-plant situation, playing the site on Fireplace Hall and Reading Room would be a viable option. And we see Slayer shutting the music's down at the piano room so that he could hear the footsteps as loud as possibly he could.
Well, quite well said there, Baba. We might just see something coming out from the side of Level 0 Esports, which amounts to miraculous comeback. But will we see that? Will we not? It's, well, obviously it's uncertain right now, as we've got to have more rounds on board for Level 0 Esports if they even want to hope for this comeback right here. A nice angle being held by Envy. He's trying to get a spawn peek off with, of course, the reflex on the Jaeger's carbine. But no one is going to be peeking that angle, and he's going to be pulled off of that for the time being, as not really sure where the Veneno on the Maestro is firing away from, but Aniket is actually already inside of Dining Room on the first floor, and he knows somebody's in coat check. He's playing around there for the time being, but he's not going to find anybody just yet, maybe, as the Maestro is just moving around inside. A Jackal ping goes off. Alrighty then, looks like Sparko has found somebody to hunt, and he's going to be hunting him in due time, because of course Jackal, he's the hunter, he's found his prey, but will he be able to capitalize on what he knows? Only time will tell, as the pings keep going off from this Jackal scan. It's not going to amount to a kill just yet. Whoever that defender is sitting very pretty, as, oh dear me, there goes the Jaeger right there, and Jittery is going to be the one to take down Envy. The Axe is going to get a peek as well onto Vigil. What a shot right there from Jittery to get 2 kills for himself, and that is a big set of kills as well. Both the roamers of Envy and Slayer are off the board, as it is all down to this 3v5 right now that Level 0 Esports have to try and play in. Mighty, Veneto, and Sexy Care, all that's left, as a nice shot gets dropped in the chat from Slayer, and Jittery will take that compliment with gusto, as it is all down to this last set of operators on the map to make plays for either team. Sexy K with the castle on the UMP is going to be playing inside of Code Check, as the other two, that is the Maestro and the Bandit, are going to be busy playing inside of site, holding off from the vertical angles that Quantum G1 are busy establishing. The Buck, another Buck, the Jackal, excuse me, Sparko with his secondary shotgun. Oh, that's a miss C4 from Mighty. Unfortunate from him. He just couldn't get the throw right to stick on the ceiling, and he will miss that C4. A little bit of wasted utility from Level 0. Will that be the mistake that gives away the round to Quantum G1? We don't know just yet, as Veneno's going to go down. Poseidon's going to get that kill, and that's a big one. The Maestro with the all that could have been used for the clutch. And Mighty, in the meanwhile, is going to rotate out towards Small Bakery to try and get somebody inside of the first floor bar area. Castle's going to push out of Coach Check towards reception. What a shot from Mighty. He's going to take down Aniket right there. That's the Zofia of the board, and he's going to be going for the flank right now. The Bandit might just turn things around, but no, the drone has spotted him, and he'll be called out accordingly. He's going to go all the way up to the top floor, maybe come down White Stairs, as the Castle's playing around the red carpet hallway to try and deny the attackers. We're past the 30-second mark, and is now the onus is on Quantum G1 to try and make some plays happen. Sparko is going to get Sexy Gates all down to the 1v4 right here from the Bandit. He's going to find one. That's Sparko off the board. Mighty's on a double kill, but he's got to get the ace to make this play happen. Daggerfist has got the plant off, and it's a post-point situation for the Bandit to be playing it right now. And there's somebody inside of 90. There we go. Hibana Poseidon is going to get the kill, and Quantum G1 are going to take away the momentum that Level 0 was looking to build up, as they have reached match point here on Cafe Dostoevsky, 1 round away for Quantum G1 to take the match entirely.
Yes, indeed, Jack. 1 point remaining for Team Quantum G1 to emerge victorious, and for Level 0 Esports, they still need four more points to win again, and they've also decided to stay on the same site where Quantum G1 did win against them, especially with the Jittery with those 2 important kills, taking out those very important roamers, Jaeger as well as Vigil, who was playing at the bar, immediately gets taken out. I believe that was Slayer, who was playing as my apologies, Slayer, who was playing as Vigil, and I thought it would be no. It was Jaeger.
Protect your bombs from being defused
Jaeger,
by
I guess
attackers.
it would be Veneno who was playing as Jaeger. Both taken out in the early points, which gave Quantum G1 the fastest control on the second floor, which they made to open up the vertical controls from the train museum. And we see Sexy K using a prepped prepped castle panel, so that he can be able to use it as fast as he can. So all you have to do is just hit like melee wall the armor panel 10 times, so that in just 1 melee hole you can be able to open up the castle barricade. But it's quite unusual to see where he's using the melee hole at the middle of it, not from above, not from below, because if an attacker arrives at the main entrance and sees there's a melee hole being made, obviously he's just going to melee 1 time and he's going to arrive it. But it's just my assumption of how it's going to work as we proceed on to match point for Team Quantum G1, as we see Sexy K playing defensively on Bakery. Jittery, I'm hoping that he wouldn't, jump down from the skylight yet again just to get 2 more kills, as we see Aniket arriving oh so fast, and as he gains control from the bar. With a lot of match point, with a lot of drone wars arriving from Team Quantum G1, Level 0 Esports still needs to be careful, and we see Sparko playing Jackal instead of playing the most important operator he would play, that would be Twitch. Sparko is mainly known for playing Twitch, and this time he's going to be picking Jackal instead. Aniket on the VIP section, hoping to get 1 more kills, a good melee hole to see the whole hallway, to hopefully get 1 or 2 operators, who is currently situated in, I would say, from the closet room. Drone works coming in from Quantum G1. He will eventually needs to be careful that there is Castle Sexy K, who is still holding out the janitor as best as he could. Jittery, meanwhile, scanning out where exactly these specific positions of these roamers are, but unfortunately, he still needs to worry about the fact that all of the operators from defense are holding right from at the site itself. A pre-placed C4 being used from from Slayer. The attacker still needs to be careful if they're opening up the walls near Train Museum. And there you go. There you have it. Sparko Jeevan opening up the walls with the help of his shotgun, in which it could have been way much more effective if they're using Buck instead. But since Buck doesn't have a frag grenade to use on to, so a shotgun would be very much more useful here. But here comes the pre-placed C4 from G3. But here, like with that, it doesn't come up here because G3 will eventually be picked up. And with that EMP, just to make sure that another C4 won't be there to, eventually, take it out. Team Quantum G1 is still safe for now. They still only have 45 seconds left. They still need to figure out a way because they did just get the control of the vertical control. The tracks are being arrived here. J3 going for the pre-fire yet again, hoping to find one who is currently being situated from the kitchen, and Aniket will be the one to end the life of Invi here. A lot of problems being made from level 0 esports. Zofia using her impact nade to open up the castle panel barricade from the closet window. But hopefully he couldn't find the exact location, and he will immediately get punished for it as Sexy K will immediately shut down Aniket. 13 seconds left for the attackers. They need to go for the push yet and now. Here comes the freezer push from Quantum G1 and the plan from Daggerfist. All he needs is good amount of protection, and there you have it, boys. Already they got the control, and now it's just mighty level 0 to hopefully get that kill. It won't matter here because Team Quantum G1 will immediately secure a flawless win. Sorry, not a flawless win, it was a 2-point win, as Team Quantum G1 will emerge victorious against Team Level 0 Esports. And here comes that elite skin from Jittery, as he did wonderful, miraculous plays. And there you have it. That's the undefeated team from Team Quantum G1. And that was just one match. We still have 2 more to go, Jack.
Indeed. A lot of more games coming out tonight for everybody, all of our viewers at home, as Quantum G1 are your victors on Cafe Dostoevsky. They take the map 7-2 over Level 0 Esports, completely taking Level 0 to the cleaners. With that being said, that's going to be it from me, myself, Blackjack, and my co-host, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Foxy. We'll be back shortly with the second game of today, which is going to be Reckoning Esports versus Vector Sports, a game that is going to be very exciting as well. So, with that being said, that's it from us. Stay tuned.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the WD Black, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege Season 2, Division 1, Match 2, powered by LG Ultragear in association with at Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I'm Baba Gusta. With me, I have my co-caster Blackjack, and today we are here to witness the second match of Reckoning Esports going up against Vector Sports on a map like Clubhouse. Blackjack, how excited are you today?
Oh, I'm most certainly very, very excited. As far as I recall, back in Season 1, both of these teams were in Division 2. And by winning their required games, they have managed to make their way up to Division 1, where the top tier teams fight it out to find out who is the best amongst these these teams, obviously. We're going to be having Reckoning Esports going on the attack against Vector Sports on Clubhouse. An interesting map selection right here from the side of both of these teams. And I am very excited, to say the least. This is a game that might just go on for quite a while, or it could be a short one like we saw the game between Quantum and Level 0 Esports. For a refresher for everybody back at home, Quantum G1 versus Level 0 Esports was the first game of today, and Quantum G1 took Level 0 by storm, winning 7-2 on Cafe Dostoevsky. And now we're here in Clubhouse, and the second match promises to be an exciting one as well.
Well, it will be promising indeed, Jack, because we already saw great amount of plays being made, especially Vortex with that ace on Cafe Dostoevsky, and that too it was with Twitch, I believe. Getting an ace with Twitch while Vortex is playing is one of the most unbelievable plays that I've seen, and that too on Season 1. I really can't wait what kind of plays that these guys are going to be making on Season 2. And yeah, we are going to see really good plays. coming not only from Reckoning Esport but also from Team Vector Sports as well. So we'll just take a look at these rosters. Yes, from Team Reckoning Esports, we have Ninja Freak, Rats, Shrishant, Unknown Gamer, and Vortex. As we go to the rosters of Vector Sports, we have Skipper, Cyan, Ritz, Beaver, and Definitely. And we will eventually talk a little bit more about these players, as we do know for the fact that in Team Vector Sports, Cyan and Bieber, both of these players have been playing this game since the beta version. So they have heavily, I would say, more experience on how the game would be. But let's not, give a little bit of demotivation stuff here from Team Reckoning Esports, because the players from Reckoning Esports are a team to be reckoned with. Get it?
I see what you did there. The wordplay is from Baba Gusta, of course. Always nice to hear. But that is true what he said right there. Even if we have players who have been playing all the way since the beta of Rainbow Six Siege, which is so long ago now, that doesn't mean that any newer player cannot be as just experienced or even better at the game than any old-time OG, as they say, of the game. And as we wait for Vortex to join back into the lobby for Reckoning Esports, we're just going to be here waiting on the lobby to be filled and the game to begin, and just having a little bit of chat. So with that being said, of course, once again, I'm asking the comment section for their opinions. Sound off as to who you think might take this game between Reckoning Esports and Vector Sports right here. I know there's a lot of people supporting Reckoning as well as Vector. I know for a fact that who our admin Foxy is supporting, as he is the one, of course, hosting the lobby. But Baba Gusta, who are you supporting in this game between Reckoning and Vector?
I mean, I still remember that I used to, be such a fanboy for Vector Sports. Back in the days, I was like, is it Quantum G1 to be fanboy with or from Vector Sports? But this time, I still have, some hopes from Team Reckoning Esports, because I've known these guys quite a while and they play oh so damn good. I mean, especially Rats. With that unbelievable one taps and roaming capabilities that Rats does. One single mistake that Team Vector Sports does, and Rats just immediately capitalizes it. And just to, since you are voting for Reckoning Esports, I'm just going to be the, devil's advocate and choose to go for Vector Sports.
Alrighty then. Looks like we've got a little bit of competition here between ourselves and the caster seat, but of course, it's all in good fun. Friendly vibes in the stream right here for WB Black the Esports Club League. Season 2 is, of course, well underway. We are almost at the end of the first week of play right here. This is, of course, day 1 of Division 1. We still got another day of Division 1 to go, and then we'll be moving on to week 2, starting with Division 3, day 3, on Tuesday. So lots of siege action in the month of May coming to everybody at home as we still grapple with this whole pandemic situation around the world. We do hope that everybody is observing social distancing, staying at home, staying hygienic, and keeping at the top of your health and your game. And, entertainment is, of course, key in a situation like this. And that is why we at the Esports Club are going to be bringing you non-stop Rainbow Six Siege action for the rest of the league right here.
Yeah, guys, and also don't forget to stay hydrated, because hydration is quite important in your daily life, not also on quarantine, but also while playing video games, because hydration also give good amount of energy and also some, energy for your eyes as well, so that you can be able to play as best and in form. So hydration is important. You almost forgot to say about that, Jack.
I mean, it's true. Staying hydrated is, of course, one of the essentials of everyday life. As staying hydrated. Like a couple liters of water every day, as it were. All of the good stuff. Just standard stuff, really. Staying healthy is a great way to make sure that the virus out there can't get to you. As we're still waiting on Vortex from Reckoning Esports to join back in. Apparently his PC crashed some time ago, and he's still in the process of joining back in. And the match is still, of course, just waiting to go underway. All of the players in the lobby are very excited, of course, as are we, and I'm sure as is everyone back home.
Well, Jack, I just really can't wait how well it's going to go out. But still, we're just waiting for one player from Team Reckoning Esports to arrive, and then we will continue on map like Clubhouse. Clubhouse, we have a lot of memories. And we have a lot of misplays from Vector Sports as well. Especially from that Breacher Brothers. I still remember so many memes that Foxy had placed on Facebook. I mean, I saw, Thermite placing his exothermic charge at the wall of CCTV while Thatcher is rappelling from down. The memories. It's just, you just can't get it out of your head. You just can't get it out of the system. It just, if you see a meme, it just stays in it and it'll stay on forever. And, even though Vector Sports do make a lot of problems, in the end, they've showed what they're worth. They showed how they perform well. They showed how well they, defeated Never Diamonds in an also, like I would say, one of the most breathtaking matches of them all. They just made a lovely comeback out of nowhere, Jack. Can you imagine that? Like, and that too, it's not one of their, comebacks. Like we also did see a comeback being made against Level 0 Esport on the higher leagues, where the did not go well on attack, but out of nowhere, Cyan with the bandit plays taking them out, and that too, it's on the map like Clubhouse, Jack. On the map like Clubhouse, Cyan just immediately dominated on defense, immediately getting that win. And with them going up against Reckoning Esports, there still needs to be, I would definitely say that Vector Sports are in it to win it on a map like Clubhouse, but still, we've also seen their share on Clubhouse, especially from Team Reckoning Esports. So I'm quite curious and I would say curious to see how well it's going to go down, Jack.
Oh, absolutely. And the game certainly promises to be an exciting one. Vector Sports, of course, we know, as you said, exactly what they're capable of in that game versus Never Diamonds. Yes, it was Never Diamonds. I mean, at this point, we've just bludgeoned that meme to death. It's gone, it's dead, but we still keep bringing it up because it is a testament to how good Vector Sports can play. And of course, we know Reckoning Esports have some great plays on Clubhouse as well, but Ninja Freak, we know exactly how terrifying he can be with the shield operators, Montaigne, Clash, all of the good stuff from that man. He has been very, very good for his team. So have been Rats, of course, and Shrishan and Unknown Gamer, everybody. And there we go, Vortex is in the lobby. Finally, all the lobby is entirely full as we will be proceeding with the game between Reckoning Esports and Vector Sports just now. As soon as both the teams confirm that they're ready, they should in just a second. They're busy just chatting with each other, but looks like we are ready from the side of both these teams. So the match will be beginning right shortly, and it should be an exciting one.
Let's go!
Let's go, China.
Alrighty then, there we go. The starting sound of the game beginning has been played, and it's all up now between Reckoning Esports and Vector Sports on Clubhouse. We're here on the ban phase, and the match is here to begin and excite. As the first ban on the attackers is going to be from the side of Vector Sports. Of course, a quick decision that is from the defending team. They're going to be banning the Monty. There we go. We all expected the Monty ban. Let's be real here. As long as Ninja Freak is in the lobby, Montaigne will not be allowed to be in play. In the meanwhile, Reckoning Esports is also making a quick decision to take out the Thatcher from play right here. Thatcher, of course, we see plenty of bans for that operator. He's, of course, quite old. He's been in the game for quite a while, and he's going to be able to rest his old legs in this match here on Clubhouse. The first defender ban, excuse me, from the side of Reckoning Esports is going to be the Maestro in the meanwhile. Alrighty then, the Evil Eyes are what is going to be targeted from the side of Reckoning. They don't want to play against the Maestro and his Aldo, of course, because we know exactly how terrifying going up against a Maestro in his prime is. And the last defender ban right here from Vector Sports is going to be the Mira, taking out the Spanish operator. Once again, Mira maintaining that insane...
Okay, so yeah, Yeah, my bad. As I was saying, IQ being picked would be also ever important because known for the fact that Thatcher has already been banned, and with her ED scanner, she can be able to, go to the stock room, use her LED scanner, and just take it out right from below.
Indeed, and with that being said, we're going to take a quick look at both of the rosters here from both of these teams. From the side of Reckoning Esports, we've got Ninja Freak, Rats, Unknown Gamer, Your Average R6 Player, i.e. Shrisha, and Vortex. And from the side of Vector Sports, we've got Skipper, Saiyan, Ritz, Beaver, and definitely a noob. As both of these teams are going to be moving into action phase right here. The site is set at Basement Church, and it is all happening right here on Clubhouse. Saiyan with the footholds in the Arsenal wall, going into the hallway, making some footholds to make sure that the angles are set. There's also some on the wall going into blue, and of course the standard rotate that you have on the Arsenal wall as well. Okay, definitely with the shotgun is going to take down Shrisha. Where did that happen? The mute is the first one to get the kill, and the IQ is the one down. Was that on that little hallway door right outside of Strip Club? Maybe, because we did see the mute going down the main stairs after he got that kill. Definitely noob with a big kill, of course, because Shrisha was playing the IQ, who could have been a bane to the side of Vector Sports' defense right here. And Reckoning Esports, unfortunately, will find themselves at a man disadvantage early in the round. Saiyan playing inside of Red is going to rotate back for the time being, as definitely Noob's going to find another one. The mute with a double kill. Where is he getting these? He got one more in blue with the SMG-11 just now, and he has dropped Diffuser, and all three attackers are playing in this area. One of Zophia's concussives come out, but no, the shotgun to the face as Vortex goes down, and the sledge is firing away to try and get the mute, but he won't be able to. Skipper in the meanwhile is taking a little bit of damage, but not really sure where that came out from. A grenade comes out from Ninja Freak. Will he find the Kaid? He won't for the time being. The Kaid is pushed down, and Ninja Freak will go down, but no, the Jaeger is there to refrag, as Unknown Gamer is going to take down Ritz as well. The refrag game is strong, but it's a 1v3 for Unknown Gamer to play in. He's the only one left in this situation to try and play against the side of Vector Sports, who are completely ready to take this game right here. The peek comes in inside of blue. He takes the smoke. No, not just yet. The shotgun comes out, and the SMG. Oh, not the shotgun. The definitely noob is going to actually get a 4K. Okay, but the scramble right at the end there. You know, I thought the smoke was the one to get the kill. We saw his bullet traces, but he wasn't. And with that being said, Vector Sports, are going to be the ones to take round one on Clubhouse.
Jack, I think you hurt definitely feelings. Just because you called him a noob, he just proved you wrong just by getting a 4K.
I mean, can you blame me? I'm just trying to say his name, man. I can't go around saying definitely, because then I'll say definitely getting the kill. You know, that's not exactly something that would sound good. You know, even in my head, it sounds really stupid if you ask me.
I mean, true that. I mean, with that, definitely getting.
I see what you're saying.
Definitely getting 4 kills from Team Vector Sports. They are on a roll here, as they're going to be defending on a room on gym and bedroom, which is quite unusual because at the second round of map Clubhouse.
What?
I don't know what I'm saying.
What even?
I don't know. All right. So here's the thing. On a map like Clubhouse, on second round, many players would prefer to take on a map like Arsenal and Church. But instead, taking on Gym, we've seen a lot of attackers winning on a site like Gym and Bedroom. I think Vector Sports is quite confident enough to win on a site like Gym. Stating for the fact that they have banned Thatcher, and utility gadgets for defenders going to be also damn powerful. For Team Reckoning Esports is going to be having a difficult time for them to hopefully get inside the site in the first place. They have Kaid's Electro Claws. Taking them out would be a highest, problem for a moment. But since we have a Ninja who is playing as Maverick, he won't be able to have any problem to open up the wall on Jacuzzi. I mean, we still see definitely playing as a mute, where he still has one of his mute jammers. I believe he's going to use his mute jammer someplace else. I mean, for the attackers, they still have Dokebi up in their play. They can be able to use her, cams. Sorry, not cams. I would say ring their phones to officially get to know their position instantly, but I've not seen them play Dokebi a lot. Meanwhile, we see definitely already gaining the 5th kill by taking out Rats, as this is already quite going up in the favor of Vector Sports, and that too with the SMG-11 taking out. Definitely, we see Ninja Freak opening up the walls, and ooh, little bit problematic here, as Ninja Freak's mouse had a little bit of problem opening up the walls on towards the jacuzzi, and Ritz on the meanwhile taking out Shrisha. The IQ is already down. Unknown Gamer with the heavy aggression will immediately take out Ritz, and also the control over on stage, but still he needs to be careful that there is a shotgunner who is playing. That would be definitely, and he is finally been shut down from Unknown Gamer, which it in fact will give a double kill. I was almost about to say definitely here. Meanwhile, we see Skipper slowly creeping up from the stairs. He can be able to get it. He almost spots an attacker who's arriving. That sledge, and he immediately gets taken down. Skipper with the flank, and is just 2 operators remaining. It is Ninja Freak and Vortex. We already seen Vortex making huge amount of plays with that ace on the map like Cafe. Will he be able to make the same plays yet again on a map like Clubhouse? And that too, it is from Vector Esports. Here comes the first kill from Vortex, taking out Skipper. He still needs to find 2 more. We still have Ninja playing from the side of the hallway near Jacuzzi, and a lot of time being wasted here because they don't have. Yeah, I just realized they still have the diffuser. Ninja can be able to, place the diffuser right from the gym, as Vortex will be there to cover it up for him. We see Maverick making a holes from the bathroom, hopefully to get 1 more kill, but Beaver will immediately shut down Ninja, and it's all down to Vortex. Vortex will find another one. Can he finds the last Cyan, who is playing as the smoke, which is in fact playing in the logistic room. So, Vortex is going to plant out now. Cyan needs to know that he is being planted. He still have that 1 smoke canister to be played around with, but the diffuser has been planted, and Cyan is quite too late here, as he needs to disable the bomb as best as he can, and with that, Reckoning Esports finally have an opportunity to make this win happen. Vortex going for a long flank here, as he's holding an angle near the construction, knowing for the fact that Cyan is currently being present on construction. But does he know that he's already inside the site? He is on bedroom. He's trying to find where Vortex is. He doesn't have enough amount of intel. Even though Maestro has been banned, there is no other intel for him to go on to. He sees a lot of holes here, but he doesn't see where is the exact Vortex location is. He will immediately find out with the gunshot being placed from the logistics office. But will he see that shots being made out here? Shots doesn't connect, but finally Vortex immediately giving that win, as Team Reckoning Esports will win round 2 thanks to the diffuser being planted on the site on bedroom.
Well played there from Vortex and the Maverick to support for however long he was alive. And Vortex was one who, of course, got the 1v2 plant off clutch situation for his team, as Reckoning Esports have equalized in the early game right here. We won't see Vector Sports run away with the early game just yet, because Reckoning Esports are going to have to make sure they get those rounds on board for themselves, not make the same mistakes they did, as we're going to be seeing the gym bedroom defense come out once again from the defensive team of VS. Alrighty then. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how Vector Sports go about dealing with Reckoning Esports' push. This time around, we're seeing a 6-pick from Definitely a Noob. He goes out from the mute into the Wamai, opting for another denial operator to complement the Jaeger, of course. Once again, I've stressed this point quite a bit. It's quite ironic how Wamai can be used to complement Jaeger when at one point he was brought in to replace Jaeger. And, and this little, the little breaches on the wall there that Saiyan just made, of course, that is there to give Maverick a bit of a hard time, because since the blowtorch has to use extra fuel to cut through the soft and the hard wall, it means that Maverick will have less fuel to get the breach off as successfully as he normally would. Now, of course, being quick with your mouse on the parts where the soft wall is would make would negate some of the effects of that topsy-turvy terrain that on the wall there, but it's still quite the ask for a Maverick player to do. Oh, Skipper, that cam isn't going to go out from there. Nope, not quite.
Somebody.
There we go. There we go. Third time is indeed the charm. Skipper's going to get that cam out finally, and he's just got one more left in his inventory that's going to be putting right inside of sight. Actually, it's a nice cam. You know, it's overlooking the kitchen entryway through cold room from the outside, as well as the mid-stairs window on the main stairs. Ritz, in the meanwhile, is going to be playing inside the cash room with the Jaeger. Of course, one of his ADSs are with him, and definitely Noob inside of kitchen. Interesting place to be playing in. As CCTV breach is going to go down nice and quickly. And there we go. Sledge is going to find exactly the insane mess that has been made of the main wall. But with his soft breaching capabilities, he'll be able to save Ninja Freak, the Maverick, a lot of trouble with the blowtorch, of course, making sure that he can breach without any issues whatsoever. Ninja Freak will be going for that breach right now for that Maverick. I'm going to see a smoke canister come out from Sane right there on the main wall where Maverick was planning to make the breach, but doesn't think he's been able to stop him. And oh, what an angle from Skipper. He's going to tag up Vortex a bit, but not do any damage to the Zofia any more than is able to. And CCTV wall is going to be breached from towards cash. That is a line of sight being made by Rats the Hibana as Unknown Gamer has joined him, and lots of droning going into cash. They're trying to find where this roamer is playing. They know that there's a Jaeger inside of cash right now, but are they going to be able to convert on the intel that they have? Rats is going to go into main stairs, flashbang out the stairs, trying to find somebody, but whoever's there is playing on blue stairs, not on the metal stairs of red right here. Sledge in the meanwhile pushing up into CCTV. He's trying to find the Jaeger as another line of sight is made by the Hibana, but no, the blue stairs push is going to happen from the defenders, and definitely Noob is once again going to get the first kill as Shreesh is going to take down Ritz in the meanwhile. That is the man count equalized for both of these teams, and Shrisha is already inside of the logistics office. That's a big place to be playing, but the default camera spotted him, and the shots are fired. There we go. The wall bang from Sane is going to take out the IQ, denying that push from Shrisha right there. He tried to make it happen, but it won't be happening anytime soon. A grenade from Maverick isn't going to find anybody, but the Zofia from mainstairs will, as Vortex is going to go down, as well as Unknown Gamer. Definitely Ruben Skipper cleaning up on a couple of attackers, making it a 3v2 right there, as it is all... Oh, it's in fact a 3v1. It is all down to Ninja Freak, the Maverick, with the diffuser to try and make the plays happen for his team. 30 seconds left in the round. He's got to make the play on the side happen. He sees someone behind the bomb. He's going to tag him up. Sane goes down, but no, inside of logistics, there's the castle. Excuse me, definitely Noob, the Wamai. And the AUG is going to win that fight. The Maverick was caught reloading. And with that being said, Vector Sports are going to take round 3.
Well, a clean win there from Vector Sports, finally winning on the site like Jim, and now it's just a deciding factor to see at what side they're going to be defending on. And looks like Team Vector Sports have decided to... Oh, there we go. For a moment there, I thought they've decided to go on a site on CCTV, but they decided to hold on a site on Basement Church. I believe on the first round, they were first round Team Vector Sports were defending on Church, right, Jack?
Hmm? Yes, the first round that we saw from Vector Sports was in fact on Basement Church. That is the site that they won to begin proceedings on Clubhouse.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the infamous 4K plays being made from definitely right from those blue stairs, immediately getting those 4 kills, especially like one from, I would say 3 kills from a shotgun and 1 from the SMG-11. And with that, on round 4, we are going to see as Vector Sports is in the lead on defense, and we would see a lot of operators being changed on the side of defense, as we see definitely shifting from mute to vigil. I'm deciding, thinking for the fact that he would be better to roam instead of staying on the site instead, because we have Cyan, Beaver to hold on to the site, and he has a lot of trust with these guys. So it would be better for them to stay for them, as we will eventually proceed to action phase. And I believe definitely is thinking to go for a run out or a spawn fake right from outside stock, or to hopefully just play passively. No, never mind. He's just giving Ritz the, I would say, I was about to say something, then I just got unvisioned out there. Anyways, Unknown Gamer taking out the normal default camps as best as he could, as we see IQ still needs to be careful, but as we still remember, on a map like Basement Church, on defense, many people would prefer to play Pulse. But since there is no Pulse and Skipper already tagged on to 50 HP, Vector Sports still needs to be careful on how to take this one out. And Ninja Freak will finally finding out a Skipper, he will be immediately taken out, as Kaid is off the board, but still his Electric Claw will be still be present from the hatches
Attackers
on the
diffuser.
bar, and also definitely will also be gone down from Vortex, who is holding an angle right from outside the door. Breach charges used to make a vertical control right from the kitchen, hopefully to make sure that no one would be there from the Arsenal room. And I believe Team Reckoning Sports are going to execute from the Arsenal room. Here comes the X-Kairos pellets being used to open up the hatches as well. The only problem that they need is to get the access from Arsenal. But they still need to be careful because Ritz is still praying from the central stairs. He can be able to find the head of one, and he'll immediately take out Unknown Gamer. But Rats on the meanwhile taking out Sign, which was present from the church. Beaver making a rotation from the blue stairs, hopefully to change the position to make sure that he would take out one attackers from surprise. But Ritz, he still needs to make a play here. One push from the kitchen will eventually be able to get one kill. He actually sees Vortex holding an angle there, so he's just going to fall back from the stairs, hopefully to just play the waiting time here. Flashbang being thrown out from Hibana 3 times in a row from the Rats, and he'll eventually drop down. That's IQ who's being dropped down from the Arsenal, and the plant being used here. The nade being thrown doesn't connect whatsoever. The plant is still going out from Rats, and it will be successful. Vector Sports in a post-plant situation. Ritz taking out Rats. Finally ending the reign on defense on basement. Arsenal Reckoning Esports will win round 4 on ease thanks to Vortex's oh so great repelling gameplay, taking out the roamers and eventually gaining that win, eventually equalizing the rounds for both the teams.
Absolutely, and what a play right there coming out from Reckoning Esports. A decisive take towards the side of Arsenal in Basement Church defense that we had from Vector Sports, and we will be going back down to Basement Church from the side of VS once again, as they want to make that round theirs. They want to make sure they have that site in their pocket and win it out for themselves, as it is 2-2 in the early game going into round 5. 2 rounds away from roll swap, as Beavers is going to 6-pick out from the Pulse into the Echo. Echo, of course, is in play as the bans are Montaigne, Thatcher, Maestro, and Mira.
Attackers need to locate and
there was a
defuse
little
bombs.
dry there, but we're going to be seeing the Echo come out in play, and, it's going to be interesting. We didn't see Echo's Jones do a whole lot. I'm assuming the IQ got her job done, taking the Echo Jones out of commission, and he was forced to push up and try to play with his gun, which unfortunately didn't turn out all too good for him. This round he's going to have to hide his Echo Jones for the time being, make sure that they are in positions where they cannot be taken out easily. And it's all going to come down to whether or not it's going to be a 4-2 from either of these teams going into roll swap, or a 3-3 equalizer, which means the roll swap will be a roll swap of the truest sense.
5 seconds.
As we're moving quickly into action phase and rotations, and lines of sight are being established from the side of Vector Sports on this defense. Reckoning Esports, they're going to have to drone it out and make sure they get the roamers as quickly as possible once again to take out all of the defenders remaining inside the site. Once again, intel is key here, or as a more common saying goes, knowledge is power. As we're going to be seeing Skipper, he's playing the Kaid once again, excuse me, and he's going to put that electric claw on the hatch, making sure that it's hidden from the like it's on the hard part of the hatch, where it's reinforced, so that IQ's gun can't get it for the time being, and nothing except for somebody pushing it out and shooting it is gonna be what takes it out. Or a Maverick, Maverick can easily break the kitchen hatch while it is still electrified, and IQ's gonna be trying to take out that electric claw, but it's not quite gonna work out. In the meanwhile, Maverick takes a little bit of shock damage, but shockingly, it's not gonna be a whole lot. And there we go, the electric claw is gonna go down finally. As Hibana will finally be able to open the hatch of kitchen without any interference from... Oh, never mind. There's more interference happening here. And they're trying to get the electric claw. Will they be able to? They should. It's in line of sight, but no, the IQ isn't going to be able to. And he's going to be forced to watch the flank. Oh, okay, the electric claw was taken out on those shots right there. I didn't hear the sound that it normally makes when it gets destroyed, but oh well. Oh, the C4 comes out from below instead. As Skipper, he sees the fact that both of his electric claws are gone. He gets angry, throws the C4, and that takes out the Heart Breacher of Hibana. Rats is down, and it's a 3v5. In fact, Skipper with a double kill. He's going to take down Srisha, and that is a great kill with the TCSG of Kaid. In the meanwhile, we've got another operator pushing dirt, and Saiyan knows that there's somebody pushing through here. Drone's going to come out. He's got a Wamai's magnet to help him out in this situation. And that is, I think, Ninja Freak on the Maverick, who was busy pushing dirt right there. We're going to go back there as a grenade comes out from the sledge in towards site, and Zofia is here to support
Attackers recovered the
Maverick to
bomb
try and get a couple of kills. Oh, dear me, that breach isn't exactly great as Skipper goes down. Finally, the Kaid is going to be taken off the board by Unknown Gamer, the sledge himself. He's going to establish a few more vertical lines of sight to try and play from above safely without too much of interference, as one of Omai's magnets is going to catch whatever Zofia is throwing towards the shield. There we go. Another one's going to catch the other concussive nade, and an ADS is in there, and a canister comes out from the smoke. He's going to damage Vortex quite a bit, as well as Ninja Freak, who's trying to cook a grenade. Why are you doing it in there, Ninja Freak? You've got smoke to deal with. It's damaging you to hell and back. And another ADS is going to catch one more grenade. So much utility being wasted just to try and get the smoke out. It's not going to work, as, oh dear me, Unknown Gamer goes for the drop. He's going to be taken out by definitely a noob. And there's another house drop, I believe. As Sain's going to take Vortex and the last attacker's house drop as well. And Ninja Freak is going to be taken out by Saiyan, as well as Vector Sports are going to take round 5 on Basement Church. A decisive win from the side of VS on round 5. They're in the lead, 3-2 in their favor as we move into round 6.
Well, that's exactly what happens when Thatcher has been banned, especially on a map like Clubhouse. So much ADS, so many magnet systems, and not even one could have been able to destroy the deployable shield and smoke, which was immediately present from the tunnels. That would immediately confirms that when on that point for Vector Sports, as they are going to be defending on CCTV room, definitely going for a 6-pit yet again. Hopefully, I'm guessing he's going to pick mute instead. I know. There you go. There you go. I know. He's hungry for more, Jack. He wants that shotgun kill. He wants that SMG kills. I mean, after all of that, you know, the feeling that you get from that first round definitely is actually waiting for more. He actually wants more of those kills to happen, and he is more likely be able to give it. And I'm surprising to see that, you know, Skipper with the TCSG getting kills, even though it's also very difficult to get kills with the TCSG. And instead, Skipper playing as Kaid, we're going to see Beaver, who's going to be playing as Kaid with the TCSG. He's going to be, I'm guessing, he's going to be making good amount of rotation with the, not only with his shotgun, but also from Saiyan's shotgun as well, the also powerful shotgun from the SAS operators. And yeah, with that, we are going to proceed on to action phase. That's quite interesting though, using one reinforcement and making it one hole right from the construction hole. Eventually we would see 2 reinforcements being made out there. So yeah, with that, we're going to proceed on to action phase as Ninja obviously doing his sole purpose of opening up the walls of the CCTV, but he still needs to be careful on the nitro cells being used, and also the irritating electro claws being placed from Beavers. So taking them out would be a higher challenge, but I hope Shrisha will be there to go right from below the blue stairs, I would say from the main entrance, yeah, right from the blue stairs door, to hopefully take out those electrocores and won't be having any problems from there. Hibana opening up the walls of the garage to hopefully make an angle right from the window. Oh. Ninja throwing a nade.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh! Alright, alright. Crisis averted. Ninja is safe for now, and a little bit of problems being faced around there, but it won't be that much for long. So, a lot of minutes being wasted, and still the wall of CCTV is not being opened just yet, as we hear the electrocore being thrown and the death of Ninja Freak. Oh no, this is not going quite well. Skipper on the meanwhile taking out Rats. That's both of the breaches down. Reckoning Esports doesn't have any more breaches to open up the walls of CCTV. Now they're in big trouble here. Unknown Gamer throws the nade, doesn't work out anywhere. And he'll also, oh no, this is not going quite well. Beaver with another kill. Shrisha will eventually take out the mute, definitely. But does it quite work out here? Because there's only Unknown Gamer and Shrisha who is eventually on Jim. Reckoning Esports, this is not going quite well in their favor here. They have a good amount of drones, they have a good amount of time, but with also strong positioning as well as gunplay being displayed from Vector Sports, Team Reckoning Esports have nothing to deal with. Weaver, another kill with the TCSG taking out Shrisha. Now it's all down to Unknown Gamer. He still has one nade. He can be able to take them out one by surprise. But let's not forget about the anti-denial combo, Jaeger and Vermeil. And look at that, Unknown Gamer still hoping to contest with the guy who's playing from the cache immediately. He won't be finding any time real soon. Mute Jammer, and finally, with that PCSG from Beaver, here comes the 4K, boys. Wow. Oh, are you kidding me, Beaver?
Oh.
Are you kidding me? That pixel angle being made from the hole eventually gives the win for Team Vector Sports, as they are in 2 points lead and they've decided to go on the site of CCTV room yet again.
Well then, we are in the role swap now. Round 7 means, of course, that Vector Sports are going to be on the attack and Reckoning Esports are going to be on the defense, and the side of Reckoning Esports are in a bit of a disadvantage. It is 4-2 in favor of VS, and they have truly taken the lead right here. 2 rounds in their favor. The last 2 rounds, that is, rounds 5 and 6. And might I say, what a set of shots from the Kaid right there. Taking a 4K for himself. Are you kidding me? Speaking of Kaid, of course, we're going to see Srisha 6-pick into that very
Attackers
same
need to
operator,
locate
but
and
I
defuse as
don't
many
know
bombs
if he's
as they
running his
can.
TCSG. He's got a secondary out right now. I don't know if he is. But, of course, they've also got the Bandit, as Reckoning Esports have gone to second floor CCTV as well. A site that we all know is very much loved and cherished by Rainbow Six players in a lot of places, not just in competitive, in ranked. People love Clubhouse. Even in the casual community, Clubhouse is a much adored map. But one thing I would like to say, a couple rounds ago, when we saw the smoke be pushed by a Maverick and a Zofia, where they threw 4 pieces of utility from Zofia, 2 concussive nades and 2 impact nades, and 2 grenades from Maverick, all being eaten up by ADSs and Wamai shotguns. That is the current defender meta of Siege as it is, and it has been in fact dubbed the defender, the utility burn simulator that is Rainbow Six Siege. And it's a touch and go for a lot of people, as we're gonna have a quick look at the scoreboard right here. Vortex doing a lot of heavy lifting for his team, 7 kills to that man. And Reckoning Esports have definitely depended on him just a little bit when it comes to getting the kills. And Vector Sports, in the meanwhile, of course, they had a slightly better distributed set of kills. I'm not entirely certain. Can we have a look at the scoreboard again, Foxy? Real quick. Indeed, 9 kills for definitely Noob right there, and 5 and 5 being shared by Skipper and Beaver, definitely sharing the workload a little bit better than Reckoning Esports have so far. 4 kills to Unknown Gamer to even remotely match the 7 kills on top of the leaderboard. With that being said, we are going to be seeing the Maverick, this time Saiyan, go for a very, very wide breach on the main wall of CCTV. He's already done a little bit of a botched job on the lower half of the wall, but doing the top part, of course, comes first, because you don't want to get C4'd immediately. And he's going to do the bottom half soon, as Skipper's already pushed in towards construction, but Unknown Gamer's right here to try and deny him. The drone does come out. Bandit's going to see it. He's going to throw the C4. And will he get it? Yes, he does. Unknown Gamer gets 1. Will he get 2? Yes, he does. What a play from the Bandit right here. Seeing inside of construction, the double kill is going to stop the push from Vector Sports, taking out a hard breacher and the IQ. And what a play right there from the Bandit. The C4 going out as soon as the drone came in. He got the sound cues and he made the plays happen. Reckoning Esports have an advantage right here. 3 versus 5 in their favor right now, as looks like cash room will not be breached at all. CCTV's main wall has been breached in the meanwhile. We just need a little bit of soft breach coming in, and bullets will do just fine. But a smoke canister is going to be stopping them from pushing in through that breach for the time being. A little bit of shock damage to Ritz, the Jackal, as we see Saiyan push down the logistics hatch. He's going to be making sure nobody's on the flank right here. As flashbangs are going to be caught out by ADSs, Wamai magnets, all of the good stuff. Another cancer from Smoke has gone out. Saiyan's going to be coming in for a flank here, but will he be able to get a kill or 2, or will he be spotted? He sees the shield. He knows there's a Jaeger playing behind there, and he's going to try and throw a grenade in. A C4 came in, not to any effect, as there's angles being held from inside of Cash right here. It's a turtle hold from the side of Reckoning Esports. They're making sure that they get the kills. And Ritz, oh no, he had a scanner up, and the jammer is going to stop him from seeing anything at all. The shot's being fired at him, that is. As going to get 1. That's Unknown Gamer down. It's a 1v3 right now, and he's so low on HP. It's all down to him. He's going to pre-fire away to try and get something out of this, but he won't be able to just yet. If the pistol comes out, but he'll be taken out, as Reckoning Esports are going to take round 7. Ninja Freak with the shotgun to the face is gonna clean up on the Maverick.
Finally, Team Reckoning Esport finally finding a statement on winning on defense on CCTV. We might see a possible overtime here, Jack, because on defense it is quite overpowered here, because since the Thatcher has been banned, and we are going to see round 8 as a Team Reckoning Esports is going to be defending on Gym and Bedroom.
Gym and Bedroom it is indeed. Of course, way back in Season 1 when we were first looking at Reckoning Esports plays, I was surprised when they went Gym and Bedroom. But over, of course, the weeks that we've seen the WD Black the Esports Club League be live for, honestly, I am used to it at this point.
Attackers need to locate
Because
and
way
defuse
back
as
then,
many bombs
I
as they
didn't
can.
think Gym Bedroom was a side that competitive Rainbow Six would see a whole lot of play in. And here we are with Reckoning Esports going to Gym Bedroom. We saw Gym Bedroom be pulled out by the side of Vector Sports as well. And it's just a side that has become also viable in the current meta of Rainbow Six. You know, so much denial, so much denial. Like denial and even more denial. It's just denial for days. And,
Denial into 100.
Denialception.
Denialception.
And we're going to be moving into round 8 right here. 3-4 still in favor of Vector Sports, mind you. But it's only a thin one-round lead that they have. And Reckoning Esports are definitely going to be looking to get this one round for themselves, as they've turned Cashroom into a metal box right here, reinforcing everything that they can, putting down a couple ADSs maybe. They've also got Shrisha on the pulse this time around. He's going to be playing from below, obviously. And of course, you've got the little interference that Maverick will run into when trying to breach the hard wall of Gym Bedroom. Curiously enough, Vortex, of course... Oh wait, there's no reinforcements on the main wall just yet. Not sure what the plan is from Reckoning right here, because if they don't get these reinforcements in, might be a bit of a problem. Bathroom is going to be reinforced out completely though. Looks like Vortex is going to be sitting there for the time being, as the hatch on logistics has been taken out completely. And okay, this one is definitely catching me off guard, as Shrisha's going to catch one. That is Ritz right there. The Jackal is off the board. That's a big kill. That's one of the soft breaches that could have been used to completely open out Gym Bedroom's wall, who's gone. Of course, Jackal has more than just that in his favor. He's got a lot of roam clear duty that he can do with, of course, scanning footprints. And we all know the jokes that get made about Jackal, thanks to his ability. And, well... You know, it's just poor Jackal at this point. He gets banned half the time, or the other half he's busy roam clearing and gets taken out by anybody. A Pulse, a Kavera, a Jaeger, anybody really can just go and clean up on him. We're going to see definitely Noob with the recharges of IQ make the entryway into the wall of Gym Bedroom done and dusted. There we go. The soft breach is off the board, but there's a castle barricade going in towards Gym itself. Jaeger's in logistics, peeking that exact entryway and the logistics hatch at the same time. He's been droned out, of course, but not going to result in a whole lot, as Vector Sports just wants to gain some intel right now. I don't even think anybody's looking to push from... Oh, the C4 comes out from Shrisha. He's going to catch Skipper right there, who was busy watching Cash Door, and that is unfortunate for Vector Sports. They've once again found themselves in a bit of a bad situation. And it is all down to the last 3 attackers, as Beaver's going to find one. He's going to make it a 4v3. Unknown Gamer is down. The castle has gone. Has been taken off, that is. The board. In the meanwhile, once again, there's somebody outside of Gym Bedroom, an attacker. That is the Maverick Saiyan, along with definitely a noob. That is the IQ, as he doesn't have a breach charge. He's going to have to settle for manually meleeing out the castle barricade. They're trying to go for a plant inside of Gym. And the Maverick is definitely giving ample cover from the Jaeger, who's inside the logistics. But there are operators inside of Bedroom as well, as shots are going to be fired. And, oh, definitely Noob taking a lot of shots. So is Beaver, and he's trying to refrag onto whoever that is in CCV. But no, he'll be down. Beaver's gone down. And definitely Noob is so low on HP himself. He's got to go for the plant any second now, because we're at 15 seconds left in the round. Saiyan is pushing up Bedroom hallway. He's trying to find somebody in logistics, but the smoke casters are going to do a bit of damage. He sees where the Jaeger is, but he's got to go for the kill right here. But he won't. And the kills are confirmed. Both of the bodies drop nice and quickly as Shrisha takes down Beaver. And Vortex looks like was the one to clean up on the IQ. Yes, he was, as Reckoning Esports have equalized by winning round 8.
Well, Jack, just like I said, this match can go into overtime, and Team Reckoning Esports, just like I said from the first match itself, are a team to be reckoned with. With that, we're going to see, as they're going to be defending on Church and Arsenal Room. We've seen a lot of, points where on defense, where Team Reckoning Esports did successfully defend. Oh wait, never mind. This is the first time we're going to see Reckoning Esports defending on Church. While on attack, they did had a lot of problems with definitely with the mute, with a good amount of kills with the shotguns and the SMG-11. As we're going to see, definitely picking up Buck, hopefully to open up the walls,
need to
which is
locate and
situated
defuse the
from the
bomb
kitchen
section.
or from the bar hallway. With that, we are going to proceed on to round 9 as we see Ninja Freak playing as the Smoke. That's quite interesting, because this is actually the first time I'm going to see Ninja playing as Smoke, because Smoke is quite an important operator, though. He can be able to, use the smoke canisters to delay the push being made from the attackers, and it is quite an important operator to have. As Rats is going to be playing as the Jaeger, Unknown Gamer with the Kaid, and Shrisha with the Pulse. Hopefully to, use the Pulse scanner right from below the arsenal to check out if the operators are arriving from the kitchen to get an easy C4 kill. I mean, it's either a Pulse or a Valk who's going to be playing from the arsenal room, but instead Team Reckoning Esports will be playing as Pulse. We do see Vortex playing as Legion to place his Legion goo mine traps right from the entranceway of where the attacks are supposed to arrive. One would either be from the church or from the blue room. And with that, the action phase, we're going to see Vector Sports droning it out, hopefully to see where the other operators' positionings are. One of the Nomad charges is going to be placed around from the garage, hopefully to make sure that the flank doesn't even happen. Pulse using the scanner eventually doesn't find anyone who is currently being situated from the kitchen, because both of the attackers from Team Vector Sports are in.
Baba?
Alright. Wait, am I back? Alright. Yeah, never mind. It's just
Okay.
It's just a little bit of some internet problems I have here. Anyways, a little bit of minute time remaining as we see Rats already being tagged from not tagged, I would say, getting detected from Jackal scanner. He's just going to stay on the side as best as they can, and I believe Team Vector Sports are deciding to open up the room on the church wall. It should be a church executor as we see Pulse scanning it out, knowing that Buck is playing from the hallway, opening up the vertical control, hopefully to get 1 or 2 kills from there, as we see a lot of intel being placed from Pulse. Meanwhile, we see Vortex on the blue stairs, hopefully to make sure that the push from blue stairs doesn't even have to arrive. But sadly to say that team from Reckoning Esports, they're not holding out an angle from tunnel, because they know for the fact that Team Vector Sports are pushing at the side of the hallway, so they need to be careful. As just like I was saying, the church has been immediately breached thanks to Excaros pellets. C4 being tossed out doesn't work out anyways. Definitely already being down, but Vortex on the other hand taking out the Cyan. The Maverick is gone. The Vector Sports still have around 42 seconds left for Ritz already on blue stairs, as we see Shrisha on the other hand with the UMP taking out definitely Weaver on the other hand taking out Unknown Gamer. Vortex is already on fire with holding the blue stairs as best as he can by getting another kill, and now it's all down to Skipper and Weaver, and Skipper will immediately get one to Shrisha. That's Pulse already down. Vortex, are you kidding me? Another kill taking out Skipper. And now it's all down to Beaver. He still had 1 charges. He can be able to use it to hopefully get one operator off guard, but he only has 10 seconds left. He sees one, but with that shotgun, it's not going to work out, because Ninja Freak, on the other hand, will immediately get that final kill as Team Reckoning Esports will win round 9 on Church.
Reckoning Esports are definitely staging a little bit of a comeback right here, as they have taken the lead in this match on Clubhouse. 5-4 in their favor, for I believe the first time we've seen so far. Indeed it is. So far it's been Vector Sports equalizing and taking the lead every time Reckoning takes the equalizer round, and now Reckoning Esports going into the defensive Clubhouse have taken the lead. Definitely a big step going towards victory right here, as we are going to be seeing them go on to CCTV once again on the second floor. Having won off both Gym and Church, they're going to be going back to CCTV to try and make another play. Beaver goes into the IQ from the Nomad, of course, opting for the GA1 and the RED scanner over the air jabs and the AK. Of course, the AK that Nomad carries is a different version of the AK that Fuse carries. Both of them have, they both have AKs, but they have different types of AKs. And it's a bit of nuance, once again, for all the gun lovers in the chat. Anyone who knows the information can, of course, pass it on to anyone who's a little confused with what I said, and hopefully to myself as well, because I'm confused to what I said as well. With that being said, we're going to be moving back into the game. Kaid, Unknown Gamer, he's going to be putting down his electric claws to make sure nobody can get the breach off on the walls of Garage. He's just got one more to do, marking it out for himself as an ADS comes in from Rats the Jaeger. As we move into action phase of round 10 right here, it's going to be very interesting to see whether or not Reckoning Esports are going to go into match point, or will Vector Sports manage to equalize. And Baba, to answer the question that you threw at me earlier in the last round, we might in fact see overtime. We're going to see a spawn pick come out from the Jaeger, but no, Rats gets seen at first. Shots are fired, but he's not going to damage anybody, and nobody will damage him in return. As going back to what I was saying, we might just see overtime come out from both of these teams yet. And will we or will we not? Wait a minute, is that Kaid sitting on the CC? No, who's the one on Catwalk? Who's on Catwalk? Is that Vortex?
Yes, Vortex is the one.
Indeed, yeah. But what is that charm? Is that the champion charm I see on him?
What? Nani? Damn, that's actually, wow,
that is a very, very cool looking charm.
Yeah.
And oh, okay, we've got confirmation. That's not the champion charm, that is a diamond charm. But still, that is a very cool looking charm. You know, you can't take that away from it. The effects on it are marvelous, and Vortex is sitting still long enough for us to admire it in all its glory, as we're going to be moving back into the game right here. CCTV is going to be pushed from the side of Vector Sports because they want to make the roam clear happen, but Unknown Gamer sitting there as on Cash, excuse me, and Shisha on Blue Stairs. He's going to be pushing up for the time being, making sure that he gets all of the roam clear operators, gets a flank in or two for his team, and the Maverick has dropped Logistics Hatch in the meanwhile. Going into construction isn't exactly going to be something that's all too difficult for Vector Sports, I assume anyway, but with the way that the defense is set up from Reckoning Esports, they might have more problems than they bargained for. CCTV's main wall has already been breached by the Maverick, of course, who is all the way out by Logistics last we saw him in. And as Utility is going to be taken up by the IQ rappelling outside on Kennels, is this going to be the push that gives Vector Sports around, or will Reckoning Esports manage to go to match point? RD Scanner comes out, he knows that there's a magnet right by the main breach that the attackers have made, and oh, a trade from Rats and definitely a noob, as the Jaeger and the Zofia are going to take each other out with some good play right there. In the meanwhile, Ritz with the Jackal, the C7E from the Jackal himself is going to be pushing in from, where was that even? I believe that was Logistics, not entirely certain where that was. Shrisha in the meanwhile pushing up the main stairs of Bedroom as Skipper's going to take down Unknown Gamer. That's the Kaid of the board. That's another big kill, as Kaid as an anchor is one of the operators to be feared. Canisters are going off from smoke, not going to do a whole lot of damage, but delay the push in as the jump into construction is seen, and that's the diffuser drop. Oh dear me, Shisha gets the diffuser off of Say, and the Maverick goes down. He's going to go prone on Bedroom for the time being, waiting on the attackers to go for the diffuser, as the Beaver's going to find one, but he's going to be refragged out by Vortex. There's 10 seconds left on the round. It's all down to Ritz and the Planter, as the plant is going to be confirmed. No, yep, it will. And Ritz will be the one to clean up on the last two attackers as Shrisha goes down. And what a play from the Jackal coming up from the red stairs to give the equalizer for Vector Sports right here.
Well, Jack, I mean, we've seen matches where both of the players go head to head against each other. We've seen one which has been made a flawless victory, but this match, it's more of like the guy who has the acquisition of being on a defender sided has the higher possibility of winning the game. So this is basically like they're just waiting for that exact moment to see what's going to happen. And with Vector Sports winning attack on CCTV can give Vector Sports the upper hand to eventually winning on a map like Clubhouse. And with that, we're going to see Reckoning Esports defending yet again on CCTV room. Hopefully they have some tricks up their sleeves, as we see definitely making a 6-pick from Twitch to Capitao. So Capitao might be a dangerous operator for for Team Reckoning Esports, because for Capitao, so all it needs is a smoke and firebolt to just plant onto us on the side. Even though it can get caught from Vamai's magnet, it somehow doesn't, gets taken out from Jaeger's ADS. Am I right, Jack? I mean, that is how Capitao is also damn powerful, because the crossbow bolts only captures the magnets, but it does not, however, take out Jaeger's ADSs, in which, in fact, Capitao
5 seconds
is an operator to be used with, and that's why Vector Sports has been using it. Yep.
Attackers are
I
moving out to
think
locate
your
a bomb and defuse it.
the way you said that was a little inverted, which is you said that Capitao's bolts cannot take out the ADS. I think you meant that the ADS cannot take out Capitao's bolts right there.
Yeah, yes. Pardon my French, Jack, because what can I say? Each and every time I try to say something, it's just... Yes, French. All right? Let's just head on with it onto the action phase with the... Shrisha, your average R6 player, is going to be playing right from the clubhouse. So I would say the club, which I'm not supposed to say because it starts from the letter S. Never mind. As we see Maverick, Cyan is going to be doing these. He's going to be opening up the walls, which is going to be quite difficult due to the fact that there is electroclaw being placed at the walls of CCTV from the unknown gamer who's been playing as Kaid. Ritz opening up thanks to his shotgun so that he doesn't, they don't have to worry about the soft wall already being breached, and Cyan will immediately continue his work. Rads playing from, I believe, from below. I believe, as Vortex is going to be playing from construction yet again. We've seen a good amount of plays from Reckoning Esports being made at the site of construction, getting 2 kills and returning back. But this time, I believe Vector Sports is going to go for an execute on CCTV, as we see Unknown Gamer from Reckoning Esports taking out Riz from the garage entrance. This and that too, that's a Jaeger down, and Skipper will immediately take out Rats, the roamer, eventually equalizing the round. But we still have Valkyrie still being present from the blue stairs, who's going to take out C4. He's going to take out Skipper. C4 being tossed out, doesn't connect whatsoever. Inverted rappel being made from the attacker, but eventually doesn't find the head. Unknown Gamer will immediately get another kill, taking out Cyan. That's 2 hard breaches and an anti-roamer down, and it's just 1 minute remaining there for Vector Sports to hopefully get that execute up and running. The diffuser is already down and it's already on the hands, as we see Beaver with good angle taking out Shrisha. But does it matter though, because the diffuser is down at the garage, and Vortex is the one who's holding on from garage. I mean, no. Vortex is not the only one. We still have Unknown Gamer who's holding out. Flashbang being tossed out from the stairs, and that too, the whole 3 of them. He's going to slowly creep out. It doesn't work out. Ninja with the shotgun place. He's going to take out another one with the SMG-11. Reckoning Esports winning the defenders on round 11. My, oh my, can this match get anything interesting?
This match is only getting hotter and hotter, as it is now match point and round 12 in play. Reckoning Esports are on match point, and it is 6-5 in their favor. 1 round is important for both of these teams. Reckoning Esports 1 round to win, while Vector Sports 1 round for overtime. Are we going to see overtime? It all depends on what happens in the next 5 minutes of round 12. That's going to be in play very, very soon. Basement Church is going to be the side coming out from the side of Reckoning Esports as a 6-pick happens. Vortex going out of the Goyo, deciding to pick the Legion, confirming with his team, and Zofia being brought in by Definitely Noob, going out of the Buck right here. So, one little interesting tidbit that has just been passed on to us by our beautiful admin Foxy is the fact that this is a bit of a revenge match for Reckoning Esports as well, because while both of these teams were, of course, promoted up to Division 2 back in Division 1, back from Season 1 to Season 2, Reckoning Esports had lost to Vector Sports in Season 1. So, in a manner of speaking, this is a revenge match that has crossed divisions right now. And, Reckoning Esports, now that I know that, this game just got just that little bit more spicier. Wouldn't you agree, Baba?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see revenge from Reckoning Esports finally being taken from Vector Sports, and with that, they are in match point. And guess what? Reckoning Esports is on defense on a map like Church. This can be a done deal if Vector Sports doesn't find a mistake being made from Reckoning Esport. If one mistake from Vector Sports, then Reckoning Esports, the defenders will immediately get the win. So for Team Vector Sports, they need to be a lot careful here, as we see most of them opening up the hatches with Cyan, who's playing as Maverick. He still has the diffuser, so he still needs to be careful on it. So he's going to be able to open up the hatches. No, he's not going to open up the hatches. Instead, he's going to be opening up the bar hatches with the diffuser. Never mind, it is Skipper with the X-Kairos pellets who's going to be able to open it up, both of the hatches of bar and stock. As we see dronouts being used from Team Vector Sports here, definitely using the nades to hopefully take out the Barbarian. No, it's just a concussive nade to hopefully disorient a guy who's been playing from the blue stairs, as we see flashbangs being used. And with that, it's just a matter of waiting game here to figure out which of one of those bodies is going to go out. It's going to be Reckoning Esports or Vector Sports. Only time will tell. We still have 1 minute 30 seconds left. It is match point, and for Team Reckoning Esports, all they need is one win on defense. As we see Vortex getting spotted from the utility room.
Oh,
that much no. It's that much of aggression from Vortex wasn't required, but Rats on the meanwhile will eventually confirm a kill on taking out Reds. And with that, the heavy aggression from Team Vector Sports is quite working on their favor. Meanwhile, we see Unknown Gamer and Shrisha taking out Beaver. And look at that, boys! Wow! The revenge from Reckoning Esports is basically a dish served cold. Finally, Reckoning Esports winning up a match against Vector Sports as they will win it out. My God, Jack. Wow, for a moment there I thought it was going to go for overtime, but they just quickly took it all out.
Definitely, and the flurry of bodies dropping right at the end as Vector Sports got hyper aggressive in their push towards site. It just unfortunately didn't work out for them, and Reckoning Esports are your victors on the map of Clubhouse. It is 7-5. The victory goes to them. With that being said, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break right here between matches, because we've got match 3 a little bit down the line in a separate stream, and that match is going to be also a one that assures to excite. Demos Force versus Phoenix. Demos Force, of course, is a stack, and they're going to be taking on Phoenix, and that is a game that has got me very hyped. But with that being said, that has been it from me, Blackjack, and my co-host Babagusta, Anurab, and Foxy, as we'll be back with that third game very soon. Stay tuned.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. this battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.